The universe does not end where we once thought it did. It does not fade gently into darkness. It does not shrink to fit our expectations. For decades, we believed we had measured its scale. We were wrong. When the James Webb Space Telescope opened its segmented gold mirror and began observing the cosmos, it did not simply take prettier pictures. It reached deeper, farther, earlier, and what it revealed was not comforting. From Earth's surface, even our most powerful telescopes see only so far. The atmosphere blurs distant light. Infrared signals, stretched by cosmic expansion, are partially blocked. Ancient galaxies glow faintly, their light shifted beyond visible wavelengths. Webb was built to see what visible light telescopes cannot. Positioned nearly 1.5 million kilometers from Earth at the Sun, Earth L2 point, shielded by a 5-layer sunshield the size of a tennis court, Webb stares into deep time using infrared vision. Infrared light is the language of the early universe. Because space is expanding, light from distant galaxies stretches as it travels. Wavelengths elongate. Visible light becomes infrared. The farther the source, the more extreme the shift. To see the earliest galaxies, you must see in infrared. Webb does. And what it found forced astronomers to reconsider how quickly structure formed after the Big Bang. Within months of operation, Webb detected galaxies that appear to have formed only a few 100 million years after the universe began. That is astonishingly early. Earlier than many models predicted for galaxies of that apparent size and brightness. These early galaxies are not small, faint smudges. Some appear massive, luminous, and chemically evolved, suggesting rapid star formation in the universe's infancy. The implication is unsettling. If galaxies grew large faster than expected, then either our models of early structure formation are incomplete or the universe evolved more aggressively than we imagined. The scale of this challenge is difficult to overstate. For years, the standard cosmological model, Lambda CDM, has described a universe composed of dark energy, dark matter, and ordinary matter. It predicts how small fluctuations in density after the Big Bang grew into stars and galaxies over billions of years. Webb's early observations do not overthrow this model, but they strain it. They stretch the timeline. They suggest that the first billion years of cosmic history may have been more chaotic, more efficient at forming stars, more productive than we believed. The terror is not in contradiction. It is in magnitude. The deeper Webb looks, the more galaxies it finds. In one deep field image, an exposure lasting hours, Webb revealed thousands of galaxies in a region of sky no larger than a grain of sand held at arm's length. Thousands. In a patch of darkness once thought nearly empty. Each galaxy contains billions or hundreds of billions of stars. Each star may host planets. Each planet may orbit for billions of years. The numbers escalate rapidly beyond intuitive comprehension. The observable universe already contains an estimated 2 trillion galaxies. Webb does not reduce that estimate. It reinforces it. It confirms that the cosmos is crowded beyond comfort. And then there is time. When Webb observes a galaxy 13 billion light-years away, it is not seeing it as it is now. It is seeing it as it was 13 billion years ago. The light arriving at Webb began its journey long before Earth formed, long before the Sun ignited, long before life emerged. Webb is not merely looking far away, it is looking backward, toward the cosmic dawn, toward the era when the first stars ignited and reionized the universe. That epoch, once theoretical, now has images attached to it. Faint arcs, red-shifted smears, ancient light captured by gold-coated mirrors unfolding in the vacuum of space. The universe, it turns out, did not hesitate to create complexity. It did not drift slowly from simplicity into structure. It ignited. Stars formed. Galaxies assembled. Black holes grew. And this happened faster than we anticipated. There are supermassive black holes detected at surprisingly early cosmic times. How did they grow so large so quickly? Accretion alone may not suffice. Perhaps dense early environments accelerated collapse. Perhaps primordial conditions were more conducive to rapid mass accumulation. Or perhaps we are missing a piece of physics. Webb spectroscopy adds another layer to the scale. By splitting light into its component wavelengths, Webb measures chemical fingerprints in distant galaxies. It detects oxygen, carbon, neon, elements forged in stars. Finding heavy elements in galaxies so early suggests that multiple generations of stars lived and died quickly. The cosmic cycle of birth and destruction began almost immediately after the first stars formed. The universe wasted no time. And then there is dark matter. Webb does not see dark matter directly. No telescope does. But its gravitational influence shapes galaxies, bends light, forms massive clusters that act as cosmic lenses. Webb's high-resolution imaging reveals intricate gravitational lensing arcs, distant galaxies stretched and magnified by massive foreground clusters. These distortions allow astronomers to map dark matter distributions more precisely. The invisible becomes inferable. The universe's mass budget remains dominated by something we cannot see. About 85% of matter is dark matter. About 68% of the universe's energy density is dark energy. Ordinary matter, the atoms in stars, planets, and people, accounts for only about 5%. Webb reinforces this imbalance. The visible is the minority. The majority is unknown. That realization is where the terror settles in. The universe is not only vast in distance, is vast in ignorance. Every time Webb resolves a faint galaxy that existed near the dawn of time, it expands the map. Every time it detects complex chemistry in early cosmic epochs, it complicates the timeline. Every time it confirms gravitational lensing patterns, it reaffirms that most of reality is invisible. And then there is scale beyond the observable. The observable universe is limited by the speed of light and cosmic expansion. Beyond that horizon may lie more galaxies, more clusters, more structure, perhaps infinitely more. Webb does not see beyond the cosmic horizon, but by refining measurements of early expansion and structure formation, it sharpens our understanding of how large the whole may be. And the answer trends toward incomprehensible. The terrifying aspect is not destruction, is indifference. The universe expanded for billions of years before life arose. It formed galaxies without intention. It forged stars without awareness. It scattered matter across vast voids without purpose. Webb shows that this process was efficient, prolific, relentless. The cosmos is not sparse, is saturated, is not young in its complexity. It matured rapidly, and in that maturity it dwarfs us. Earth orbits an ordinary star in an ordinary galaxy among trillions. Our sun lies in the outskirts of the Milky Way, one spiral among many. Webb's deep fields remind us that even the Milky Way is just one structure in a cosmic web stretching across hundreds of millions of light years. Filaments of galaxies connect clusters in vast networks. Between them lie enormous voids, regions nearly empty, spanning tens of millions of light years. Structure and emptiness coexist on scales beyond intuition. Webb does not create this scale. It reveals it. It confirms that when we peer deeper, we do not find boundaries. We find continuation, more galaxies, more time, more unknowns. The terrifying truth is not that the universe is hostile. It is that it is immense beyond relevance. Human civilization spans a few thousand years. Recorded history is a blink. The light Webb captures began traveling billions of years before humans evolved. And yet here we are, Small biological organisms constructing a telescope capable of reading ancient photons. That contrast is staggering. The universe is vast enough to make humanity insignificant, and structured enough to make our understanding possible. Webb has not found an edge. It has not found a wall. It has not found a center. It has found abundance, acceleration, early brilliance. The true scale of the universe is not terrifying because it threatens us. It is terrifying because it does not need to notice us at all. It expands, it forms, it evolves, with or without observers. And through the eyes of a golden mirror unfolding in deep space, we are forced to confront the fact that the cosmos is far larger, older, and more populated than our ancestors ever dared imagine. The universe does not shrink to fit our comfort. Webb ensures that we see it as it is: immense, ancient, and indifferent.